7 News is diving into an apparent reading gap in Virginia. New data showing that boys are falling behind girls with books as soon as kindergarten.
Reporter Liana Golden is live in Loudoun County looking at some possible causes for this crisis in the classroom and solutions.
Hey guys, good morning to you. Well, the numbers are pretty alarming, so much so that there's a new commission here in Virginia solely focused on the challenges facing young boys and men. I spoke one-on-one with the chair who showed me the stats which show boys are lagging.
I think one of the biggest issues we see right now is in reading. Virginia is quite an outlier in that. We are one of the worst states in the country for the literacy gap between boys and girls. Our boys are about 13.5 points behind girls in literacy, and that's around 4th grade.
So that number is coming from the American Institute for Boys and Men, which, if you'll see on your screen, put this together to help visualize it a bit better. You'll see on the top in teal, girls' 4th grade reading rates from the past decade or so, and then boys way below there in orange. This next one shows 56% of kindergarten girls met the overall benchmark back in 2024 versus only 48% of boys. And, you know, the gap goes well beyond just reading, actually into graduation rates as well. The stats show that Virginia boys are dropping out of high school at 1.5 times the rate girls are. And Thomas explains one of the root causes.
Because of the impacts of our online culture, social media, etc., we see that boys are having an even harder time with an issue that they may have had already, which is paying attention. And because of that, we see now that in our public education system, only 33% of boys really seem engaged at all in their classes, as opposed to more than half of girls.
And when he says more than half, that number is around 51%. Now, he says that the commission will meet again in August and then release a report coming up in October with some legislative and budget suggestions for the state to help work on closing this big gap. For now, reporting live in Loudoun County, I'm Liana Golden, 7 News.